Alright guys, so if you guys have watched my live stream as well as my review on Rockstar Cookie, you guys know that Rockstar Cookie is actually going to be a really good healer that you guys can use right now inside of the arena, as well as other events like the boss hunt right now. In this video, I want to quickly go over a team that you guys are able to use with Rockstar Cookie, and you guys will be able to utilize a older super epic that is going to be no other than Capsaicin. So let's go over the team right now, and this one is gonna be the one with only Rockstar, but as time goes by, I'm gonna go and share another comp with you guys that's going to utilize both Rockstar as well as Shining Glitter. But I thought this one's gonna be a better one for you guys to try out right now, because this is going to actually have a lot higher win rate than the Shining Glitter one. And this comp is effective against majority of the comp except for the Sherbet one. Alright, so let's go into the topping real quick, and it is going to be Hollowberry with 5 of the Swift Chocolate, focusing on the damage resist as well as the cooldown. Cooldown around 17 to 19% is perfectly fine, but the higher you guys get it, around 22 to even 24%, the better it's going to be. So higher cooldown, the better, but main focus, of course, is going to be that damage resist. And the next one is going to be a Capsaicin. Capsaicin is using 5 of the Syrian Raspberry here, and you guys can see that we do not have any cooldown. And the reason why this is the case is because when you guys don't have any cooldown, it allows Capsaicin to use his skill around that 1 minute mark as well as 30-second mark a little bit more consistent. So that's the reason why I'm going with 0% cooldown. Attack speed does help, but the main focus is going to be that attack as well as crit percentage, and most importantly the damage resist, in order for Capsaicin to have a little bit more tankiness while dealing a lot of damage. And the next one is going to be our Pitaya. Pitaya is using 5 of the Syrian Raspberry here as well, and the focus that I do want to emphasize is the cooldown. Around 8 to 9% is the optimal percentage for Pitaya. Of course, this is going to allow Pitaya to use a skill a little bit faster here. Of course, majority of the time, if you guys are not going up against someone like Stardust or Moonlight, you'll use the skill before that 1 minute mark, but it still allows Pitaya to have a little faster rotation for that 30-second mark. And of course, the damage resist and attack crit does help out. Next one is going to be our Rockstar. Rockstar does have 2 different builds, but the one that I'm going to go with, if your Rockstar is able to survive for a very long time until around that 30-second mark, then you guys can go with the full Swift Chocolate, and you guys want to have at least 17.3% cooldown. You do not want to have way too much cooldown though, because it does ruin the skill rotation, and you want Rockstar Cookie to have a little bit more consistency and survive until that 30-second mark in order to have that encore. And then of course, you want to focus on the damage resist. And the second build that you guys have is going to be full Solid Almond if your Rockstar is dying off before that 30-second mark, and it is going to be focusing on the damage resist as well as, again, the 5% crit and around 8% cooldown. All right, but because my Rockstar is at 5-star Ascension, which I got really lucky for, I am going to be using a full Swift Chocolate because he is able to survive. And the last one is going to be Snapdragon. Snapdragon, again, is going to be using 5 of the Swift Chocolate. Around 23.7% is the, I would say, optimal, but the higher you can get it, the better it's going to be. Attack, crit, as well as attack speed does help out. And then we are using the Scroll, Jelly Watch, and the Whistle. So here we go, guys. Let me go into the arena battle now, and let me show you guys this team in action, because I did a lot of talking with the toppings, but here we go. Let's see this team in action. Alright guys, so here we go. This is going to be against a Stardust, Moonlight, double tank, double DPS, and Rockstar is definitely going to shine here. And you're going to be able to see right here that the curse protection is applied to our Pitaya, and Pitaya is hit with the Sign of the Star debuff. Normally, all of these buffs that Pitaya is going to have is supposed to be gone. However, because of the curse protection, it does allow Pitaya to still hold on to the buffs. But one thing is that, the debuffs that are applied is still going to be applied to Pitaya, like, taking extra damage, a little less attack as well. But because of the 35% crit percentage as well as the crit protection, we're able to deal the same amount of damage, and actually a lot more damage, because we all actually do have a little bit more chance of doing crit. And you guys were able to see right here at the 30-second mark, our Rockstar is gonna die off, but play that encore, and we're gonna use our Pitaya skill, and boom, there you guys go. We're gonna be winning right there, and really, it works really amazing right now. Rockstar's healing is actually crazy. You can see 16.9 million. as well as Pataya and Capsaicin are able to do some great damage as well. We're just healing all the damage that Pataya is doing to our cookies. Rockstar is just amazing. Alright guys, so here we go. This time around, it's going to be against the same comp, except they are using the epic scroll instead of the rare scroll. So you guys saw the first team with the rare scroll. So they do have a little bit of higher survivability, but this time around is epic scroll here. And you guys can see the sign of the star is still applied. And because they do have the sleep on the, on the enemy team, our Pataya should be able to use the skill right here at that, 1 minute mark. Getting rid of getting rid of Moonlight as well as Stardust right away. And we should be able to use the skill afterwards, alright, after their Pataya uses their transformation skill. And the thing about Rockstar is that once that happens, Rockstar just almost guarantees death, and then Encore does play. But this time around, we actually did survive, and boom, you just kill all of them with the Pataya, and all of our cookies are alive. All right, so there you guys go. Rockstar again doing some insane amount of healing here. 12.4 million, 9 million by Snapdragon, and then we have Pataya and your Capsaicin also carrying as well. All right, guys. So one comp that I try to recommend you guys not to go up against is gonna be something like this here, where Sherbet is gonna be the middle cookie, and you see someone like Pure Vanilla as well as Snapdragon there. If you guys are going to go up against this comp, then it is going to be best to switch out Capsaicin for someone like Stardust, so that you can apply the sign of the star onto the enemy, Pataya as well as Sherbet. Because Sherbet, you guys know that Sherbet is going to be a great counter to Pataya. And Holoberry right there dies, our Rockstar dies, and Capsaicin did pop Immortality already. And Pataya is the only one who's able to kind of deal the damage. So this is a great example of a team that you guys should try to stay away from, right? Because Sherbet, again, is going to be a great counter to some of these cookies, especially with Pure Vanilla doing a ton of healing and the shield. It is really, really hard to go and kill that Sherbet. All right, so even though we did out heal kind of the Pure Vanilla there, our Capsaicin and Pataya were not able to kill off the Sherbet from the enemy team. Alright guys, but this time around it is going to be against the triple tank with Stardust and Snapdragon. And again, because of Rockstar, even though the sign of the star is applied to our Pataya, we are able to give all of these buffs still. The crit down, the curse protection, attack up, the crit up and all of that stuff. So the damage output is still going to be very similar to what we have, And right there, around that 1 minute mark, our Pataya uses skill. Capsaicin is able to use the, last blast. And I think right there, their Capsaicin, oh no, their Holoberry died, alright. Their Capsaicin popped Immortality right there. Stardust is about to die off as well. And right here, our Stardust, not our Stardust, I don't know what I'm saying right now, but our Holoberry is alive. Capsaicin did die and popped the whistle, but our Pataya is able to use the skill right at the 30-second mark, or, second, and win the battle. Clutch it right there. All right, and even though our Rockstar did die off a little bit early, 15 million healing, all right? 4 million and 5 million damage coming out from Capsaicin and Pataya, all right? Their Pataya does a lot of damage, but you gotta realize that our Rockstar is just healing it all back up. Alright guys, so interesting comp here. Attack speed comp still being used right now. Alright, but we have Rockstar, we have Snapdragon. Alright, we also have Holoberry and Capsaicin, so we should be able to survive this right here. Rockstar did come down a little close to dying right there, but should still be fine here. Our Pataya should be able to use the charged up skill here around the 1 minute mark, and kind of ended early there, but here we go. Rockstar heal comes through. All right, Snapdragon's damage resist comes through as well. I think the Moonlight is already gone because of the Pataya breath and the Capsaicin, and Holoberry on the enemy team's dead now. And yeah, I mean, the healing is just too good, man. Just too good. And there you guys go. 6 million damage coming out from Capsaicin. 8.9 from Pataya. 13.8 million heal comes out from Rockstar. And 8 million from Snapdragon. Just the healing itself from Rockstar is crazy, crazy. And You don't even need to have it ascended. A lot of the rankers right now are still using Rockstar, starting from around like 3-star promotion for lower ranks, even lower than that, and you guys can just use it with full solid almond, so that's perfectly fine as well. So there you guys go, a Rockstar comp with something like Pattaya as well as Capsaicin right now, that you guys can try and utilize, especially if you guys did invest in that Capsaicin, you know, when he was actually being used a lot. So he is kind of coming back as well, and this is gonna allow you guys to beat majority of the comps, except against Sherbet. So I do recommend, if you guys do think that they're gonna have a Sherbet or they already show a Sherbet, then try to stay away from it, because Sherbet's Frost Stack is actually going to be a big counter to this certain comp here. So just keep that in mind. But I hope you guys found the video helpful. Just keep in mind, Rockstar 3-star promotion is usually where it becomes usable, as well as make sure to have around that 5% you know, crit percentage, all right, in order to max out on the 35% crit buff to all of your cookies. Anyways, guys, I'll share more comps with you guys as soon as possible, but thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys all on the next one.